Thank you. I'd like to call to order this regular and Zoom board meeting of trustees for the Guam Educational Telecommunications Corporation. Today is August 24th.
24th, yeah.
The time is 12:34.
It's August 31st.
24.
The time.
31st. Today.
Today is,
No, today's the
24th.
24th. August 24th.
Oh,
You're 1 week early.
I thought we
24th.
postponed the 24th one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
no, we came back a week,
Yeah, okay.
a week
After.
later because we didn't have
Sorry.
quorum last time. Okay. Please state your name as we go around the table and your position. Donovan Brooks, Chair.
Mariflor Herrero, Treasurer.
Rosemary Clement, member.
Judy Flores, Secretary.
Lorraine Hernandez, Administrative Officer.
Ina Carrillo, GM.
Thank you. We've all had a chance to review the minutes of July 13. If there are no questions, I would ask for a motion to approve the minutes as presented, pending any correction.
I made a motion to approve the the minutes of the meeting
July 15th.
of July 15.
I second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we'll get right to Ina's report.
Okay. So, over the last month and a half, we have been off the air for free TV, which is just over-the-air TV, basically since the typhoon. However, we have been broadcasting via local cable oil carriers, and that'll be GTA and Docomo, where Docomo is broadcasting. In addition, we are streaming on YouTube and the PBS video app. John Munya has given me his reports on the damages to the power and the power situation at the transmitter, and so I'll give you the report. That report, basically, the microwave for the microwave portion of the transmitter site is broken. And microwave is located on the tower, and it looks like a satellite dish that points to our communicates with our tower there in Manilao. The two communicate, and that's how we get the feed. So that's broken and needs to be replaced. And what we originally had thought was going to be $400,000 is going to be about $95,000 to repair. We are also thinking of considering. Well, actually, we also want to have a redundancy when it comes to broadcast. So we want to do point-to-point service, and that's something similar to what we're doing right now with the PBS 6 upgrade. So now instead of using our satellite, we to pull programming down and broadcast, we're doing everything via broadband. And so we want to do something similar at the transmitter site, but that will consist of a monthly recurring fee, and I have the quotes later on in my report. So we would like to have both options available. So in the event of another typhoon or any other sort of natural disaster, in the case where our actual equipment, the microwave is damaged or broken, we still have a safety, right? We'll have a secondary method of broadcast, which would be underground broadband. So we're getting quotes for that. We know what the monthly fees are going to be, and I have quotes for that with GTA. It's the trenching from the GTA site to our transmitter site, which we're not sure of yet, and we need a contractor to come and give us a quote because GTA, they don't do it anymore. So that's the report on the transmitter. Typhoon protocol. In the last meeting, Chairman asked me to develop a typhoon protocol. And basically, it's for to develop and implement a typhoon protocol for the TV station, which involves creating a comprehensive plan to ensure the safety of both employees and viewers during typhoon events. The protocol covers various aspects, including communications, preparedness, response, and recovery. I have a general outline with the steps involved in developing and implementing a such protocol. And I've also attached, so attached is the typhoon protocol, and then it's for your review and acceptance. So I'd like for the board to take a look at it and see if they have any comments. And maybe we can bring it up in the next meeting when we have time to review it.
That's a good idea.
Also in the packet, you'll see that there is the emergency action plan. And this is something that we developed a few years ago, in 2019. No, I'm sorry, we did it, it was already existing, but we updated it in 2019. And this is something I've been updating every single year. So the last update was 6/20/2022. So what I will be doing is once the typhoon protocol is approved by the board, I will be incorporating that into the emergency action plan, and we will have one final approved document. So the emergency action plan, the employees year to year are trained, or we go over, right? They're briefed on the plan. And then also they're posted throughout wherever there's an emergency exit plan, we post this up also so that, employees have access to it. And the emergency action plan covers everything from earthquake, typhoon, and I think the newest thing we added was active shooter. So once we have the typhoon protocol finalized and approved, I will include that in the typhoon section and then make our, it'll just be the emergency action plan instead of two separate documents. Okay. CPB emergency fund request. Excuse me. Lorraine and I lobbied for emergency funding with the Corporation of Public Broadcasting while at the PBMA conference in May. I've been in communications with CPB and applied for the funding. I've gotten preliminary indications that we will be getting funding for the purchase of 2 emergency generators and the replacement of 6 damaged air conditioning units. However, it has not yet been approved, so we're also requesting for that funding through FEMA. So if we do get one of them, we'll have to just return the money from the other one, right? I expect the award to be in the ballpark of about $80,000 to $85,000, and I've submitted the last quotes and requests along with my application last Monday, and hope that the formal award from CPB will be soon. FEMA emergency, and so this is what I was thinking of. Last meeting, we were talking about preparing the station more, like being more prepared for typhoon and any kind of natural disaster. And we were wanting, I remember the board saying that we were wanting to fund the generators or find funding. And so I was a little bit hesitant because I knew we were trying to find grant money for this, and I'm just glad that Lorraine and I went to that conference because we were able to sit down with CPB, all the players, CPB, Lorraine, who do we talk to? CPB, the Inspector General.
and PBS.
PBS. So we were able to talk to all of those stakeholders over lunch and, really just pitch our story. And so I think a lot of that is the reason why we're getting approved for the emergency funding, even 3 months, 2 months, 3 months post-typhoon.
Great.
Wow.
So
Great
FEMA yeah, because, really, what are we recovering from right now? But, I did explain to them that, like Lorraine and I did, the whole island was basically devastated, and, like projects that we would need done at PBS would take quite a bit of time because the scope of project, right? I mean, we're a small guy compared to what Docomo is going through right now, so I think that helped with a little bit of the extension. And then did we mention in the last board meeting that our finance fees for late submission of CPP grant was waived?
I believe you mentioned it to me, but I don't know if,
No,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yes.
This is the
So
meeting
we were-
this is the meeting that you were going to announce it.
Oh, okay.
because we didn't have.
I didn't put it in my report because I thought we talked about it. So
You
in
talked
that
to me
same-
about it.
Yes. In that same meeting with Lorraine and I, that lunch meeting, we were talking about not having internet and issues with our auditor and not being able to upload the financials of all, just the financial portion of our audit and the rest of the required documentation. The requirements for our grant to be funded. And we had passed the deadline by, I don't know, already almost 45 days. And so as a result, we should have been penalized by CPB. And what they would have done is just withheld that amount from our grant. But we were able to get it waived, so I'm happy for that. We just need to really impress upon our auditors next year that we have deadlines with CPB for our audit, and if we do not meet those deadlines, we're going to be penalized, and it's going to cost us money. And we need every single dollar that we get from CPB. And it's the dollar. Those are monies that we don't get from the legislature. So it's so it's funding that we heavily rely on. Good thing that our auditor contract is up, right? This year we're going up for bid. So maybe we just need to express that to them before whoever we get.
It's going up for bid or extension.
So we are changing
Yes,
the auditor,
yes.
is a possibility?
Well,
We're looking at it.
It's up, yeah, it's up for bid or extension, but the thing is, it really is, there really isn't anybody else. So, what can we do,
I see.
Can we
The
put that
litigation.
into the contract? That
I want to when we
It is in the
negotiate, I mean,
contract.
to
It
make
is in
them
the
li- to make
contract.
them
It's-
liable
the deadlines.
to make them
But I
liable
want
for any
to-
fines.
I want to, exactly. I want to put some sort of clause where, as long as we've provided everything that they've needed, that, they need to be liable for any late submissions of, our,
Penalty.
at least our financial documents to CPB, because that's not our fault. They know that they audit us every single year, and if they have to work with, retirement plan to get the financials, then they need to start in September, and don't ask them a week before, they need to do it in a timely manner so that we're not late, because we can't afford the penalties. Okay, so,
Take it easy, breathe.
Drink water.
yeah, I have asthma now, so it's like, it's hard for me to talk. So our FEMA emergency request, that we have requested for emergency government typhoon assistance. Actually, FEMA was just in the office yesterday, meeting with John Munya and Lorraine for an inspection. But we have attended the emergency government typhoon assistance seminar and training, and we have applied for emergency assistance. And that was on Monday, the 14th. Lorraine and I had a teleconference with FEMA and our case manager, along with other federal agencies, to see what access we could have to some of the funding that they have available. The in-person meeting was yesterday, and also inspection. So what we're requesting from FEMA is to repair and replace the storm-damaged microwave and transmitter. Keep in mind, some of these things are also things that I requested with CPB, because I wanted to make sure, I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket. So I'm asking CPB for what we need, and I'm asking FEMA, and whoever gives it to me, I'm going to accept it. If they both give it to us, we got to return the money to somebody. But it's, this is my one chance, so we got to just ask.
So, question, so do you already have the person coming on the 22nd? The day before
They came yesterday.
Oh, came yesterday.
Yeah, we had our meeting yesterday.
So they came.
So our next meeting is next week, Tuesday, to provide the quotes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so FEMA, they would agree, they agree, or they are,
It's still in the process, because
We
they
need
have to do
submit
inspection.
Yeah. We have to submit the quotes for everything that we need, and then after that, the case manager will determine, if any, what we
Inspection.
would get. Whether it be a portion of the quote for the repair, or the entire repair, or none at all. So
Yeah.
we're still in the application process.
all right.
Yeah.
That's good.
So we are asking for repair and replacement of the microwave and transmitter, but we've since found out that the transmitter is okay. Repair and replacement of the perimeter fence, both at Mangilao and the transmitter site, because they're both down. Repair and replacement of the PBS sign and paint on the building that was chipped off, and the hardening of our broadcast transmission and upgrade of point-to-point service, so that we could have some sort of redundancy with the microwave, right? So you can see that some of these are duplicates because these are some of the items are exactly what I asked CPB for. So like I mentioned, if we get approved from one or both, we'll be able to fund it, and if it's a duplicate, then we just return the money.
Okay.
Okay, so the MAP grant, it's a maintenance assistance program from the Department of Insular Affairs. This is a grant that I applied for, I want to say it was in April or May. And it's a federal grant used to promote and develop insular institutions and capabilities that improve the operation and maintenance of infrastructure in the island areas. So the MAP grant, similar to the TAP grant that I got in 2019, both with the Department of Insular Affairs, but the TAP grant is for technical assistance, and that's why we were able to buy equipment, whereas the MAP grant is for maintenance assistance, which is more infrastructure-related investments. So the MAP grant are only available for the U.S. territories and appropriated by Congress. So earlier, like I mentioned, earlier this year we submitted an application in the amount of $644,800 for a critical electrical upgrade to operate our facility and have at full capacity and better serve our island community. Once the improvements are completed, PBS Guam will be in a better position to serve the island community by providing reliable broadcast services, including critical information updates, like emergency service updates, without broadcast interruptions. And so we will be doing this. This will be coinciding with our renovation, and I'm pleased to announce that we did get the notification that we were awarded this grant, so we will be receiving the $644,800, and that is basically for all the electrical work and that portion of the renovation. So I'm super happy about that. Because,
That is terrific news, Ina.
Yes, thank you. Construction and renovation. So I left on Friday. Friday morning, I had a meeting with DPW and with our architects to kind of finalize the construction plan. And we are looking at, they're about 99% complete. There was just one error on the plan. And you can see here, this thing that looks like this. This is kind of the plan in phases. And then the budget is also attached. So they just need to make one minor tweak, and then once that happens, they will be submitting the plan to, the architects will be submitting the plan to DPW. They will be forwarding it to the AG's office, and then it'll go to Adelup, and then BBMR and DOA and everywhere for signatures. And once we get it back, then we can start procurement for our contractor, right? Construction company. And then from there, that's like a 30-day process, right? Because you need to run an ad. 30 days later, you receive all the quotes, the sealed bids. I'll go to DPW with John Munya, unseal the bids with our DPW team, and determine who our construction, or whatever you call it, construction company or contractor will be. From that date, it'll be 360 days, and the station will be renovated. Wow. They'll have 360 days to complete the renovation. So we're getting there. I mean, I'm expecting by January 2025, we should have a new station. So the MAP grant is very important because the electrical portion of that, of the renovation, is going to be funded by the MAP grant.
Right.
So, passport. Our next passport onboarding meeting was Friday, August 18th at 8 a.m. They gave us a list of some technical stuff that we need to complete, and it's basically web stuff. So we're, John Munoz is working with the web developer to create like a landing page for Passport, and we're creating, not rules and regs, but terms and conditions. And so we're just doing all of that back-end work. And once that's done, we'll meet with them again for training. And then once the training is done, we'll be able to offer Passport. So, yes.
Are we
So
still
I'm
using
hoping-
the, sorry, are we still using the same web developer for our online presence?
We are. If you like, if the board wishes to, I could solicit for new quotes, and it's a month-to-month right now. His contract is expired, so I mean, if you want to, I can solicit for new quotes and see if we can get somebody else.
Ina, I thought the problem was about paying for Passport, that they didn't.
Yes, but they've resolved that now. They're accepting our PayPal, so we're good.
Okay,
That's great.
because it's very minimal. I think when I started, this is a long time ago in New York, was $50, and then I pay like $5 or $10 a month. I mean, it's nothing.
Yeah. We will have to pay Passport, PBS, right? Passport, $4.99 per subscriber. So it's up to us how much we want to charge. I'm thinking something like $7.99, $6.99.
Yeah, let's just get it, let's just get it underway. Let's get it started. You know,
Yeah.
we can
I
always
mean, we
raise
could
the
even-
price.
We could even make it like $5, maybe $5.25. After the PayPal fee, it would be $4.99. We break even, and you know, we could do that for like the first 6 months, and then you know, like an introductory price.
Yeah, we want to introduce it. We want people to want it and not be
Yeah.
scared off by, you know, a high price.
Maybe we can
We'll have
use the friends
We have
and
to
family,
promote it.
so we don't get charged.
I don't
On
think
PayPal?
so, because I think for PayPal, if we're a business, we have to
Supply.
we have to use the correct billing, which is services, right? Products and
But it's a-
services. Yeah.
Yeah, they've really tightened up on that friends and family. You have to-
Yeah, but it's like a donation. I heard somebody, but I'll find it.
Well, you guys can take a look at that. You
We
can find the
ask
best.
Passport.
You find the
We'll
best
have to-
way.
Okay. So regarding production, they did the Typhoon Marwar special, which ran on the 18th and rebroadcasted on the 20th. It also is on YouTube, and you can view it there. I just sent the link to the chat. Passport, we talked about that already. Oh no, this is a different Passport. PBM Guam Passport. This is the broadcast this is a program that Kel is working on. So he did come back from Iowa. He had some really, excuse me. I'm gonna skip over that one. Engineering. Oh, Ethernet service versus microwave. Okay. Okay, so basically John Munya was able to get quotes from GTA. GTA had the most reliable, GTA is the internet provider that we use with PBS, right, for PBS 6. At the time, we needed a certain speed, and they were the only ones that were able to provide the speed. So we're just gonna extend our contract with them and add the additional services for the transmitter site if the board approves. So if you can see the 3 rates here, this is the rate for the point-to-point at the transmitter. This is what I was talking about, how we have the microwave for broadcast. And we've been using the microwave for broadcast, right? Because it's free. It just, the satellite talks to the satellite here in Manila. We pull the feed down, we broadcast. The other way was to do point-to-point, similar to what we were doing with PBS 6. But again, there was a monthly cost, right, for the internet. So for the internet, which is I think 100 megabits per second, This was the cost that we got from GTA's business corporate sales, corporate manager. So there are 3 different rates, and it goes by contract. So the month-to-month rate is $656 a month. That's month-to-month, no contract, and is that correct? That's not correct. The number is not correct. It's not 19,000. $656 a month times 12. For a 3-year contract, it's $442 a month for 3 years, and then for a 5-year contract, it's $376 a month. To me, I would just go with the lowest amount because we're broadcasting, and it's not like we're going to stop broadcasting in 3 years, so why not save the money? And so I would need board action for that because it's over my threshold.
So the 376 is what you are recommending for 5 years, per month?
Yeah.
Per 5 years? Makes
Yes,
sense.
that's what I think. I mean, if we've been broadcasting for 50 years, I don't see it stopping. So we might as well take advantage of the lowest rate. I don't see the station shutting down in the next 5 years. I think financially we're in a good place. You know, we have recurring grants with the CPB, and we have our legislature. We have funding from the legislature. In addition, development's constantly working on grants to help fund the station, and we're in a really secure place right now financially. I don't see why not.
Is there any penalty for an early,
Yes. There is an early cancellation penalty. The penalty is just the amount of months times the remaining balance of the contract. So you just pay the entirety.
So if
of the
we decide
contract.
to move out, we still have to pay the whole amount?
I just don't see us not broadcasting in 5 years. We've been around for 50 years.
but could anything, any technical issue prevent us from continuing on, or some technical development allow us to do it better?
Well, at the moment, point to point is the most advanced way to broadcast. Microwave, you don't really see stations using a microwave anymore. You know, it's the point to point is the most stable and clear. You know, when you're trying to get high definition TV and, you know, like, you're not going to get that on microwave. So the microwave is a dying technology.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say
Well,
dying
microwave is
technology,
only
but
for people that don't have cable.
yeah, well, so is
The
point
off
to
the air.
point. Yeah, but so is the point to point. But you know, like as TVs are getting more advanced, right? You have
Well, we do
4K, 5K, 6K. You know, it's the microwave is going away. I mean, it's good that we have it. We like to use it as long as we can because it's free. But eventually, we need to just move away from that and move into point to point or broadband. Is what I need to say, not point to point.
So just to correct that one figure, it's 7,900 approximately for the 656 per month
For 1 year.
for 1 year. So 12 months at 656 is 7,900 versus 15, which is half of the 15,900 for the 3-year lease.
No, 656 per month times 12 is 7,900?
Yeah.
78.
78 something.
Yeah, he rounded up.
Oh, okay, so this is wrong, yes.
Which is, I'm sorry, which one are you correcting? Don?
The
The
19,000.
Yeah, in the.
The
bottom.
$19,000 figure, see
Yeah.
that?
Is
Should
that-
actually, is only 7,900.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
I think that-
it's a typo mistake.
Maybe I can just interject really quick. I just thought of this, but I think maybe the next technology will be satellite. But right now it's not offered to Guam, so I mean, I couldn't even recommend it. I mean, I have satellite at home and I love it. It's pretty quick, but it's not reliable. And you know, we really need the reliability for broadcast. If it's cloudy or rainy, you might not get the speed you need. So, Chairman, I don't know.
What if we went with the 3-year option, just so that, you know, we're not locked into something
Yeah.
for 5 years? It's still, I mean, it's only 6,000, so that's 500 a month.
There is still savings from the month to month. I think I would lean more toward that I mean, yeah, I think I would, I agree with that. I mean, I do have, like I said, I do have satellite at home, but if it's a cloudy day, you're not gonna have the greatest internet. Not only that, you know, you really need to have the high, I mean, for broadcast, we really need to have the highest speeds available at all times. So,
Does the clouds affect your satellite?
it does.
It does.
And rain. And it rains every day here, right? So,
Okay.
I think that the 376 per month per 5 years is okay, because as he said, we're not going to stop broadcasting, right?
Well, that's just without a contract.
No, it is.
no, that's with the
It's a
5-year
contract.
Oh.
It's a contract.
If we go with the first
for 5 years.
376 per month per 5 years, we sign a contract. But if we decide to pull out, we have to pay the remaining amount in the contract.
Yeah.
So there's
It's
about a
actually
15, there's
22.
about a 15% savings between the 5-year and the 3-year per month.
which ends up to be over $5,000 over 5 years.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it with you, Ina. I don't have any objection to the 5-year.
You know what? I'm thinking now, maybe, okay, these were numbers that John got. Let me try to call GTA and try to negotiate the 376 for 3-year contract.
I think that's
I would
an
be more comfortable with
excellent
that.
idea. Yes,
Okay.
I agree with that.
Great.
Okay, let me try. I mean, they can say no, whatever,
Yeah,
but
they can
let me
always
just try
say no.
before we decide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can
So-
offer them. Maybe we can offer them some in kind.
Yeah, and do some trades.
You know,
Yeah,
GTA
that would work.
is becoming very good lately. I mean, is there a local companies like a sister
Not
company?
much competition. Docomo.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
They lost 4,000 customers.
for once, our local company is really, you know, shining. So that's good.
Yeah. So if we do go with GTA, it's going to be a 2-phase type of project. The phase 1 will be it will be an aerial fiber that connects from their transmitter site to our transmitter site. That would be easy. They just run a wire like the power line, right, onto our transmitter site. That's free. The second phase would be to dredge. We'd have to hire a contractor to dredge and bury the fiber from the transmitter site, DTA's transmitter site to ours. That's the most reliable. So in the case of a typhoon, we're not worried about wires getting blown away or anything like that. It's all going to be underground, so we have the, reliable broadcasting. And eventually we want to do that. We just, that's going to take some time. So let me talk to GTA first, see if I could negotiate that contract down, the term down a little bit, and then we can just start with the aerial and then figure out what the cost is for phase 2.
Yeah. I think that eventually phase 2 is the way to go. I mean,
Yeah, that's what we want, but it's just gonna take longer, so I just wanna get broadcasting, get back to broadcasting, so aerial will be quickest and it's free.
Yeah, that is our mandate to broadcast. So as soon as reasonably possible.
Yes. Okay, so development, we're actively planning 2023 readathon with GDOE. There are some private schools and daycares that are gonna be participating.
do you
and so
have a
we're-
date
we're-
for this already? Do we have a date?
Not yet. No, it's gonna be October, November.
Okay.
But we've already gotten approval with the superintendent, and so we're already working on it. And that leads me to procurement. That leads me to procurement. So basically the procurement is for readathon. But because these items are going to take some time for production, I need to procure it now so that it'll be ready by October, November. And so if you look at FY 2023-RQ3-74, that's for the readathon student price.
So these were emailed to you. We don't
Yeah.
have hard copies in front of us.
It's also in
then
the
you
chat.
did you guys need a hard copy?
Well, no, not right at this moment
Okay.
because,
Where is that?
so it came via WhatsApp.
Ina sent it through the WhatsApp.
Is it?
No, you won't have a hard copy. It's on your WhatsApp.
Oh,
Okay.
So there were, at 10:30 this morning, Ina forwarded 6 pages of RFQs.
This, yeah.
okay.
So this, basically the first item in RQ 3-74 is for the student prizes. So in the readathon, we have a base prize and we just build, right? So basically if a student is able to raise, I'm just gonna say, generic numbers here, but $10, they get a base prize, which this year will be a bottle, water, a PBS branded sports bottle and a book. If they get the next level, say $50, they get that base prize plus a bike, and then $100 they get the base prize plus whatever, right? So that's how we build the readathon prizes. You guys go. Sorry, I'm lost on my computer right now. Okay, I can't see you, but I'm just gonna talk. So we did get 3 quotes for the PBS sports water bottle. The first quote was from Vistaprint. We needed to get 2,000 of these things. We usually have anywhere from 12 to, or I would say 11 to 1,500 students that participate in the readathon. And then we also are going to give these water bottles to the teachers that participate, and I would say there's about 200, 250. So we're getting about 2,000 bottles. And these are PBS branded sports bottles with our logo on it. And it's going to be the new PBS Kids logo because we've just rebranded. And so we have 3 quotes, one to Vistaprint for $3169.99, and that's including, none of these quotes are including shipping. So $3169.99, and then we have one from Vernon Company for $38.95, and then Crestline for $77.86.
Oh my God.
So the lowest bid goes to Vistaprint in the amount of $3169.99.
And these are water
And then-
bottles like this?
They're
No.
They're larger.
hold on.
Well, larger, but,
They're
Yeah, plastic bottle.
24 ounce bottles,
But
and they have a little
empty or-
handle.
And are they like thermos? Do they have a handle?
It's like this
They
one.
have-
so expensive.
Like this one, Ina?
This is so
Is
expensive.
Tina there?
Well, it's only
This is it?
$1.57 per unit.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's
so.
empty bottle.
It's like this.
But we are also ordering 2,000 pieces. That's why it's $3,000.
And
So it does have a handle there.
It does have a handle?
Yeah.
I know my
Yeah, we wanted the-
my
we wanted the
grandchildren
handle.
have those and they have a handle.
We wanted
And
the
is it
handle
also a
because we want
thermos?
them
One at
to
a time,
attach
please.
it to their. We want the handle because we want them to attach it to their backpack.
Wait,
Yeah.
oh,
And then
It's
also
a
we're like
sports, it's there on your email. It's a sports bottle.
Okay.
Yes.
oh, it's cute.
My teenage granddaughter, they call it an aqua flask or something. Is it like a thermos?
No.
It looks
Not a
like
thermos.
this.
Plastic.
For readathon, the base price is at $10, right?
Yeah.
But this
It's a
is-
$10 pledge. So we really need to find a price that's, 1, substantial, and 2, gonna be under that $3 threshold.
Right.
So we buy a book for $1.50, and then we try to find another prize that we can buy for $1.50, and that's why, it's not the best prize, but I think it's something that the kids could appreciate, and it's gonna go in the, it'll go in the prize package, and it'll be something that they could, that they may want.
Yeah.
It's the price point. That's what we're looking at. We're looking to buy 2,000 prizes in the, in the under $2 range. That's
Yeah.
gonna kind of fill the bag
Right.
and not be like a sticker, with a book. Yeah.
Actually, I think that of these quotes, the most attractive is the first one, the blue one.
That's the one that we
Yeah, that's
selected.
what she said.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. What I'm saying, I mean, it's the cheapest and it's the most attractive. Okay,
Yep,
so
okay.
do we have to vote on this now, or?
Well, we're going to vote on all of these
Okay.
in one.
It's on the
Okay, so
agenda.
then
in
we
one
go
shot.
to the next then?
Okay.
So
Okay.
that was the first one.
Next item.
The second one is the T-shirts. Excuse me.
Oh, it's going to look like this?
Okay, so the T-shirts, we use this for readathon as well. This is for teacher participation. Teacher participation. We usually get just about 250 teachers participating in the readathon, and so I'm ordering 300 shirts. And I just needed various sizes. We got the numbers based off of kind of like from our census of last year's participants. And so you can see here we have 3 quotes. Suntees came in at $21.55. W5 Productions came in at $26.20, and Tea Factory came in at $40.15. And again, this is for RFQ FY 2023-RQ3-75. So the lowest bid was Suntees, and it comes in at $2,155. And these are adult size T-shirts for readathon participation, teacher participation. Yeah.
So we don't have that, Ina. It wasn't included in your,
See the T-shirt.
Oh, I have.
No, I
do you
don't.
have
The
it?
T-shirt, yeah, it is on the, because that's how
It's
we're,
just called T-shirt.
yeah.
No, it's called here.
Yeah, it's way above.
It is on the-
water bottle.
After the water bottle?
Above the
way
water
above it.
bottle?
Yeah. It's on the same screen, the same,
Yeah.
No, I don't see it.
move up, because she has all the attachment there.
Construction estimate?
No, it's way above that.
Yeah, I have it here. T-shirt RFQ.
Oh, where?
Go back, get out of that.
Typhoon protocol,
Yeah.
GM report,
Here,
reconstruction,
I'm putting it in now. It's right there.
emergency action. Typhoon
T-shirt.
I just put it in. It's on the bottom.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's the first one. All right. I saw it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
This is RFQ 75.
Okay, sorry, I'm reaching my threshold for talking. And so the lowest bid goes to Suntees in the amount of $21.55. RFQ3-73.
Okay.
And I think that's it for me.
So just the bottles and the T-shirts?
Yes.
For now.
And then, yes, and then the rest of the prizes, we won't be able to procure until after the readathon's done. Then we'll know for sure, like, how many people are going to get, whatever, bike or scooter or whatever. That we determine after we count all the money and we can get formal numbers.
So we need to
I need these 2 right away because the time it takes in production for the water bottles and for the T-shirts. Yes.
Okay. So this is.
So we're looking at FY 2023 RQ3-74 and RQ3-75.
FY 2023
RQ3-74, RQ3-75.
74. So
74 is the water bottles.
and 3. Do we have to do it now or we wait?
It's on the
Yeah.
new business
Yep.
agenda.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Okay.
So we do it now?
Yeah, we're going to approve,
Okay. So
we're going
yes.
to approve these 2.
Okay, so I do move that we approve these purchase orders,
requests.
requests, fiscal year 2023 RQ3-74 regarding plastic water bottles.
Right? And the amount of,
Which is the amount?
the amount was
3,000.
3169.99.
In the amount of 3,169.99. This is for the readathon, right?
Right.
Okay, and then fiscal year 2023, requisition fiscal year 2023, RQ3-75, and this is regarding T-shirts, and in the amount of, where's it? Oh, I don't have it. Okay.
2155, was that the amount for the T-shirts?
Yeah, I can't. I still
Yes, it
haven't
is.
got
2155, yes.
2,155.
Okay, in the amount of 2,155. Okay. So,
T-shirts, okay?
I second.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
okay.
you.
So that's out of the way already. Now, we still have to, what about this? Is this, oh, this is not.
No, that's part of the
Yeah, the construction.
construction
Anything.
plan.
I'm not that hungry, but, oh, I'm sorry.
So that's it?
That's the immediate stuff that you needed to take care of, Ina?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we're not doing these other,
No, there's
No,
only.
that's something else. That's
Okay,
part
okay.
of the construction plan.
oh, okay.
It goes-
Oh, I
goes
mean,
with
if you
that.
wanted to go over, I provided the plan here. It just outlines the budget and then the work in phases. If you want to go over, we can, but if you look at the key here on the right side, you'll see that it's color-coded, and that's phase 1 all the way to phase 2, 3, 4, phase 5. So it just shows you what part of the office will be working, the construction will be taking place, and we're doing it in phases so that we can we have as little disruption as possible.
Yeah, I would invite the board to just take this home and maybe, take a look at it at your leisure. And if you have any questions, feel free to give the station a call. But I don't see that we need to review this right now. We did kind of talk about it last week.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
We can talk about it more after we get the contractor or
Is this
construction company
the final
contractor.
thing already?
This is
Suggested.
about 99% correct. There was only one correction that the architects needed to make. And basically, it's taking that dark blue portion on the way bottom and moving it to phase 1. But once they do that, they're gonna submit to DPW. I don't even need to approve it anymore, but yeah, it's basically 99% done.
Okay. And, but we went through this already, and we
Yes.
pretty much agreed that this is
Yeah.
where we
Yes.
wanted, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we can take it home.
Okay. We don't have any finances to review.
Really? There's a big thing here.
You have the comparison.
Oh, I didn't see that. You got it. Oh, we didn't have that last week, that's why.
Yeah, we have it now.
I didn't see that.
Okay, so this is October 27. Okay, but this is for October 22nd.
Because Donovan wanted to see a comparison. So what I did is a fiscal year 2022 and now 2023, from October to July.
But we don't have
So-
23, we only have 22 and 21 that what we are comparing. There's not 23 here.
Oh, we printed the wrong, you guys got the wrong. So, well, what Donovan is looking at now, he gave me something, so we'll have a definite, what you want now for next.
So what I've asked the station to do is, I gave her an example of how my homeowners association provides financial information, which
Yes.
gives year-to-date and monthly figures and breaks them down in contracted expenses and
Yeah.
So.
The year's wrong there.
But you know what, Lorraine? Even though it says here, profit and loss previous year comparison, October 22nd through July 23. No, it really tells you when it was really actually printed, but the comparison is from October.
Yes, it was wrong comparison date.
I think she-
Right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, this is a good thing, but it's not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Well, that's why
I
he
think
gave me
that's why I
what he
gave her.
wanted. He didn't give it to me before the meeting.
Okay.
So now that I have what Donovan is requesting, a monthly comparison.
Yeah.
So I will do that for the next meeting.
But behind that, the profit and loss is the correct dates, right?
No, the comparison is from 22 to 2023.
No,
From
22.
October 22
Oh, I see,
To
it's
the
titled.
22 to.
to October 21.
Right.
Yeah,
I
It's from
see.
last
Okay,
year.
yeah.
We're supposed to have.
yeah, it's supposed to be
Okay.
23.
It's good to be another one here that says 23.
Okay.
You cannot do a 3-year comparison?
We could,
Yeah,
we
You
could,
could. Anyway, that would really give us the different activities that are going on. I guess in.
but he wants it month to month,
In
Donovan?
2021, we had a lot of monies coming in, right?
Yeah.
And then in 2022, we did a lot of purchasing. So that's why here, it says
Yeah.
that the difference, all this difference.
So I expect this will be a work in progress, and it may
You
take
want
some
it
tweaking.
monthly.
Well, what I gave you
don't
is
want it
kind
like
of,
this, like comparison from October to the present. You want it monthly expenditure and revenue and expenditures, that?
Yes.
Correct?
yeah.
Okay. So yes, so this can be done. It just needs to be exported out as a monthly, you know.
So what I'm asking her is for like monthly and year-to-date numbers. And
I think maybe for the benefit of the board, I can pull our finances from our citizens, I could pull our finances from the last 10 years and do a little bit of a comparison, so you guys can have, a
10
comparison,
years?
like a base. Don't worry, Lorraine, I'm gonna pull the citizen-centric. Or
Oh.
maybe 5 years. Yeah, just the financials from our audit. So that you have a baseline for comparison, and then we can do the month-to-month or the fiscal year.
that sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
That way, we're not having to, Lorraine, you're not having to pull like, 3-year comparisons every month.
Yeah. We should have like a year-to-date
Some baseline
and
comparison.
monthly.
I know, he wants a month-to-month too, plus the year-to-date. So the only way you can do that, you have to export it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, then that can be done, but if you're gonna go back 10 years, probably,
It's just gonna be the 10 years only gonna be
You
one
don't have to go back
presentation, and I
10
can
years.
I'm just gonna
Well,
get the financials from
Donovan,
the
you wanna go back 10
citizen-centric.
years?
So
The
Ina is just suggesting for the board to be able to give us one time some information that will track the history of the station, possibly going back 10 years, at least 5. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all that's going to be. And then we're talking about here of updating our financial information that the board gets monthly. So they're kind of two different things. Ina is suggesting something to give us some history, and I'm suggesting something that will give us current information. So when we'll be able to look back over that 10-year period or 5-year period, just for sake of reference. And then going forward, we will have financial information that breaks down our expenses, gives us what it's costing us every month, that month, well, just that month, plus year-to-date figure, a total figure. So if we have expense of janitorial services, it'll tell us how much we spent last month and what we spent to date for that fiscal year.
Yeah, well, we can do that now from the 22nd to 21, but we don't know about it. That's already.
Anyway, with a larger period, we can see trends, maybe that might not be evident in a 2-year summary.
See, but I can see already here that in October, we had a total expense, in 2021 of gain on
can just
loss,
add
right?
2023.
So the expense was 2,499,000, whereas the year before was 3, so it was a
Yeah.
minus. The net
But
income
on
was
that-
a minus.
Also, a lot of those expenses are tied into grants, right? Grants that we've received. So
In
a
and
lot
out.
of grants, yes. So a lot of grants that we've, and I think that particular one is with the Department of Public Health and Social Services. So a lot of times when we write grants, there are equipment involved, or maybe some contractual items, or maybe grant employees so you'll see those expenses. We may get a grant for $1 million, but we may have to, it may be tied to buying $1 million of equipment. So I think if I could provide you of a more clear financial history, you'll be able to see the history of PBS, and you'll see and then you'll see when grants come in and how we are able to expend them. So a lot of times the finances are kind of tricky, right? You got to see, like, you'll see a lot of money coming in, but I mean, we need to understand the purpose of the money. It could be grants, it could be employee, it could be just straight to private funds.
So, but just an observation here. So I see total personal services, right? Personal services are employees.
Yes.
Okay, so in October 22, it was 905,507, almost $1 million per year for that year. Now in October 21, it was 512,793. So it's
Yes.
almost double. So I assume
It did.
it's because the number of employees increased, right?
Well,
No,
salaries-
well, not really. The reason for the behind the increase was because we were able to get the grant for EFS. That's the Emergency Education Stabilization Fund, and also for ARP, right? So we got
She's
ARP
looking
funding.
at the Guam Personal Service.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is the ARP that was given
That's
to
ARP.
us. Yes.
And with ARP, we have like, let me think. We had at 1.7 employees, right?
That's only the ARP, which is Polly, Alana, and the one camera and one broadcast. That's it.
Okay, so you had more employees, so that is
Yes.
the
Yeah.
increase.
But those are limited term.
and it's split up
limited
there.
term-
But it's
Yeah.
considerable, 76%.
Those are just limited term employees
Yes.
for the duration of the grant.
Oh, okay.
So like the grant, we wrote the grant and said, okay, we're gonna do this project, ARP, but I need 5 employees for that. And I think it was something like 100,000 for contractual or something small. So most of that grant, that $500,000 grant, was payroll. Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
So, yeah.
when we have the year comparison, really give us a chance for us to ask why that happened, and then you guys come and tell us this is what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
So maybe next time we'll have the actual for the year, for the current year.
Yeah.
And
Well-
and the previous year.
It's going to be like this, Donovan, or do you still want it through the QuickBooks? Because
I
the
think you and I are
QuickBooks-
going to have.
The
all-
QuickBooks, you can compare you can put the 3 years. Because right now, this is 22 and 21. So all we needed was 23 to be put in.
I think we're going to have to kind of sit down and kind of just look at what
Let
we
us-
can do and then decide that's what we want or that's not.
If it's going to be this way, it has to be export. Because it will not be it cannot be
Because
done
the
now.
system that they have
Cannot.
is different from the one
Yeah.
that you're.
But this one is straight from QuickBooks. It's comparison year to year from fiscal year beginning to now. So you will get one for just this month if you want. But, we can,
The one thing
We'll
that I
see.
want to be able to see is what the station's expenses are, what we're paying every month for every little thing that the station spends money on.
So-
I want to see what we've paid for that year up to that point, how much year-to-date expenses. And then we can worry about, do we need last year's expenses to track as well? But do you understand what I'm trying to get immediately? I want to see what the station's spending, what it was last, that's why we need to sit down, because I want to see what QuickBooks offers, and then how can that translate into what I'm giving you there.
I think that QuickBooks gives you the option to do month-to-month comparison.
yes,
as
you
well.
could. You could.
And ask with Ari. He
Well-
should be able to put together something that.
Yes,
you can
that's why he
understand.
said to present this and see if this is what you guys, what Donovan's requesting for. So the month to month, we could take it out from QuickBooks, but it's not the whole, like from January all the way to,
But it should be the.
Yeah, it just has to be exported because it will not take, I don't know, maybe we need to improve, get a higher QuickBooks. I'll ask Jerry in regards to it, okay?
Let's hear if it-
Okay.
Something that will be easy for us to really look at it as a glance and see rather than going through every single thing.
Okay, as I said, this is a work in progress, and we're just trying to make it better, more
User-friendly?
user-friendly. Thank you.
Yeah,
Rosemary.
that's what it is, user-friendly.
I'm definitely a user that needs something friendly.
All right. Okay, good. Anything else on financials? Okay. Old business. I think we kind of talked about it last week, right? We talked about Buenos and the fact that it was, the station is trying to figure out what to do with Buenos.
But that was just us talking, remember, it wasn't a meeting.
Right,
Marisol was in-
but we did have discussion.
Yeah.
Do we need additional discussion at this point?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'd just like to say that I would like for us to have a flagship broadcast program. If we can convert Buenos to that, great. If we have to come up, start from scratch, okay, so be it. But it was a good idea. PBS stations around the nation have that type of programming, that local community coverage. Again, it hasn't reached the potential that I immediately hoped for, but that doesn't mean that I necessarily want to see it go away. But I'm going to leave it to you, Ina, to decide what to do, and then if the board agrees or disagrees, we'll certainly let you know.
Well, I haven't seen enough of the shows, but at some point, I think I was talking about, maybe others were, about maybe a segment out of half an hour, maybe 10, 15 minutes, like profiling different people in Guam, not senators, but regular people, like teachers, craftsmen, or like a profile kind of thing. I always think that biographical things are so interesting to know about different people, their jobs, or whatever. Some small 5-10 minute thing about different people on the island, and not just look like it's an advertisement for government employees, which I don't think it should be. Some kind of human interest, a human interest story, let's say.
Yeah, I would venture to say that Buenos needs a little direction, and maybe with that might work. That might help us, get it to where it might potentially go. That's all I have to say. Anyone else? Nope. Okay. All right. The new business that we have. Oh, do we need to talk about FestPac? Ina?
Well, I have been in contact with Monica
Great.
and, of course, Judy. It was, PBS did have plans in the last FestPac, in 2020, that was when the next FestPac was supposed to be. We did have plans to go to Hawaii and to document. But then, of course, FestPac was postponed due to COVID. So we were planning to go, and I'm glad that the FestPac committee has reached out to us to see if we could document it. I just need to talk to Monica a little bit more because she was saying, or Judy was saying something about maybe we could bring 2 people and have them fund it. I need to talk about like what the accommodations are going to be, how many of our producers and production crew they could host, and then and see what's feasible for us, right? I don't want to send 1 or 2 people just to send 1 or 2 people. I need to be able to send enough people where we're going to be able to properly document and produce something meaningful. So we're still in the talks.
Okay.
But definitely, we'll be, as things move along, I will update the board. I just haven't really sat down with Monica. But yes, we're on top of that.
Okay.
Very good. Okay. We do have an executive session for this afternoon. I guess we can go to that right now.
Okay, so,
I know you
What
want
I
to
could
talk
do-
about number 6.
I'm sorry?
oh,
There's a-
I didn't put that in my report, but it is a new business. So our traffic person,
Oh.
Vicky,
I
Vicky
need to send a
has,
new agenda. She sent a new
So-
agenda on the court.
Vicky had to leave Island because she had a family emergency. And so at the moment, she's our traffic person. At the moment, she's teleworking, right? But she has tendered her resignation, but is willing to work month to month on contract. And she's the one who does the logs for PBS, inserts, she does all of our traffic, basically. And not only that, I mean, there's so much, well, anyway, she is willing to work on contract until we can find a replacement. Even if we do find a replacement, this is not a job where you can just come and hire somebody. They need to be properly trained. We also have in the programming department, Michelle, but Michelle can't handle both positions at the same time. So I'm asking the board if we can approve Vicky just to work, to telework, if that will work, and if not, then we can contract her month to month or for a specific amount of time. I want to get guidance from the board on what we should do. We need programming. She does all the reports for PBS. She needs to report the logs, that's every single program that runs, and then also not commercials, but underwriting for our advertisers. So I just wanted to seek guidance from the board on whether we could keep her on month to month. Keep her on and have her telework, which she totally can do because she has she has access to the system, or if we just want to accept her resignation and make her a contract worker.
She'll be back in January.
She's definitely leaving. She's
Yes.
never coming back.
It's just temporary.
She'll be back in January. It's just temporary. She has to go. She had to
Oh,
go.
this is temporary.
Well,
Yes.
I think the teleworking thing sounds good to me. Because it sounds like a very complicated job.
And she's
Nobody
available
can-
and responsive. She's available and responsive. Whenever we message her, she responds. She's basically just staying at is it her son's house? Her daughter's
her
house?
daughter's house.
All day. So we have access to her, all day.
So you're proposing to keep her on at the same salary?
Yes.
And have her telework. Of course, we can have her do weekly reports to report her work. If we're gonna have her telework.
Well, if the logs doesn't get here, then
Yeah,
If we're not on the air.
if she's not on, we're not on the air, then she's not doing her work.
Yeah.
Because
That
without
makes
the logs,
sense.
without the
Yeah.
logs every
When
day.
does she leave now? It's off island?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. she
So
had
it
to go.
makes
Family
sense,
emergency.
rather than to have the expense and time of training somebody else.
Yeah.
And if she,
And nobody can train right now because
Yeah.
she's the
Only
only one.
Vicky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's the only one that knows that, and she's not here to train.
And
Let's
she's
just hope she
expecting to
does
come back in January?
Yes.
Okay.
She just needed the 6 months emergency leave.
I guess it could be FMLA, but we need her to work, so that's why I
Yes.
want her to stay on and telework. It's, yeah. I think in her case, we see the logs every day. If it's not done, then obviously she didn't do her job.
Is somebody here going to be tracking that?
She works
The
directly
MCO.
with development.
Yeah.
MCO, development, and Michelle, who has been programming. And
So
John Munoz
MCO
will
gets
be her.
the logs every day.
So
She
the
sends it.
accountability is built in.
Yeah.
She has to, because nobody else.
Yeah.
Without the
Seems like
logs, we cannot be on the air.
What does the MCO do if the log doesn't show up?
Right?
They don't know when
They
to
don't know
cut
what to
into
show.
commercial.
Okay.
They don't know when to run the.
Right, because
But are
underwritings.
they going to come to you and say, I have a
underwriting.
problem? Yes, right?
Me? What is
Somebody.
Ina and I? We're just gonna slot anything.
But as
Yeah.
long as
And
that
also-
triggers a flag, you know, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Per logs, yeah. It tells MCO when they need to insert underwriting credits, what program is gonna go on,
Because it's on a timely matter.
Yes.
That
like to the second.
to the second.
Okay, so the question for the board is to approve a teleworking situation for the employee in question. Vicky
Manglot, yeah.
Manglona.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve Vicky Mangrotnia to continue in her present position while she is away and pay her the same salary, and she will continue to work remotely.
Will she continue to accrue benefits?
Yes.
Yes, everything.
Yeah.
No changes
She'll
to
still be
her.
an employee.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What possibilities or what guarantees we have that she's coming back after 6 months? She may decide the other month to come back.
At least it gives us time to,
Yeah, I mean, there's no guarantee we could all
You know,
drop dead.
Vicky,
Yeah.
Vicky has been-
I think cover this
Vicky has
6
been
months.
Vicky has been such an asset to PBS. Even when she retired, she was still helping our traffic person. And, I mean, they would call her, the traffic person would go to her house, and she would train, and she wasn't being compensated by us at all.
Okay.
I think she's responsible enough that, if in the case she's not coming back, she will let us know
Yeah.
and give us, ample time to train before she does terminate her.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor.
I second Judy's motion to keep her on teleworking.
Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
What about this FastPack 2024? Did we talk about that?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, that
We
was
just
just
did.
mentioned.
Where was I?
You were right here. I think you were wrestling with your phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right.
she's going to meet with Monica.
Yeah,
and
she's
they'll-
gonna-
They'll discuss it on that level.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And get back to us. Okay? We can move to executive session.
Okay.
And we're back out of executive session. So during the executive session, the board performed the task of evaluating the general manager's performance for the past year, covers July 2022 to July 2023. That document has been...
Sorry, Chairman, can I just get a time check for the end of executive session?
Oh,
2:15 p.m. Got it? Okay. So that document has been completed, and it has been signed by board members, and it will go to our administrative officer for inclusion in whatever employment document folder that it needs to go to. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's to
I
you.
think we also need to clarify whether it's coming out of private funds or DOA.
The what?
The raise, we have to designate whether it will
Funding
come out of private funds or, what was the other choice?
I think basically it has to be the funding source has to be private funds.
Okay. So when we make the motion, if you're going to make the motion, Judy, that will, what she just said, will include the funding source, which will be
This is for her.
private
For
funds.
her salary?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're not taxing any of our government or CPP resources for this increase. It's coming out
And
of...
is it a lump sum? Is it a monthly? What do you guys,
it's,
It'll be monthly,
No, it's a yearly lump sum to be divided equally monthly.
yes. Yes.
okay.
Okay, so you can go ahead and start with that motion, Judy.
Okay, on behalf of the board, I'd like to make a motion to increase our general manager salary to $90,000 effective January 1st.
no, I don't think, not to increase, but to give her additional funding.
Additional funding.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Because right now her salary is paid out of government of Guam, so you're giving her additional to up to the 90, so that additional funding has to be passed to be paid out of private funds.
well, wait a minute. When we agreed last year to increase her salary to.
It was 10,000.
Yes, but it came from government of Guam.
No, it didn't.
So.
It
but-
came from private funds.
Okay, so how much is what comes from government of Guam?
Private funds.
So my salary
Not government money.
Not non-government sources.
Yeah, it's not.
My salary is funded through the legislature. That's our government of Guam funding. I'm one of the government employees. Last year, the salary increase was funded through private funds, and it was just one lump sum, so that accounting didn't have to cut separate checks.
Oh, is
But-
that easier? Okay.
So
It's easier on accounting, but it's totally up to the board on your preference.
Yeah.
okay, so explain to me something. The salary that you get through the legislature is how much?
I think we should go to executive session for this.
Yeah, let's go to executive session.
Yeah,
And can we keep you on for advisor?
Yeah.
No, because,
We can be in executive session as long as they're not really pertaining, you're not discussing,
In front of-
we can sit in executive session.
Oh, okay.
But we just don't vote or anything.
Okay, because I don't think we understood all the aspects of, we
I didn't
definitely,
understand private funds.
yeah, private funds or anything that's non-government, grants or...
Can we go back and, Chair? Go back into it.
Go back into executive session? Yes, that's what you're asking? Yeah, I don't think we'd have to exclude Ina, then
Okay, so we don't need to mention figures.
I
Ina,
just-
can you explain to me?
I can sit in the executive session.
All right.
I'm not gonna affect it in any way.
Okay, so
Donovan, I have to
Sean,
pick up my granddaughter like within 15 minutes, just so you know that.
Okay.
This is going way longer than, now she's back in school.
Anyway, we did agree to that amount. So whether it comes from one fund or the other, that's the amount that we agree, so we can still vote on it, right?
Okay, so we'll just minus from what she's making now.
Can we vote on it?
Yeah.
How do we make the motion then if we're saying,
I don't know her. Ina, do you know your?
can you advise us how we make the
Chairman?
motion?
Chairman, do you want
I
to
can
just call
just-
a executive session? Like
Yeah.
3 minutes?
Yeah, call this again.
okay, let's do that. Does that mean that?
Sean, can you
Can I
close?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
I'll throw us into.
Oh, but I need to, how do I talk?
You can still hear them during the exam.
Okay, so just don't kill my audio.
Yes, I won't. So,
Okay.
right now?
Yeah, just turn down your control room volume also, please.
Yes, okay.
Okay, and we're back, and the time is 2:34, August 24th, out of executive session. And Judy, you have a motion?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion based on Ina Carrillo's performance evaluation. The board agrees and encourages an appreciation bonus of $10,000 lump sum effective January 2024.
January 1st?
January 1st, fine.
January 1st, 2024.
Okay, need a second?
I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Congratulations, Ina.
Congratulations.
Well, I'm concerned about your health item, so.
Yes.
We're concerned about your asthma and your caffeine.
Okay.
Okay,
Is that because
next
of the
meeting.
weather in Colorado is not good or what?
Let's call the meeting off.
Okay, meeting, I move to adjourn the meeting.
Okay, I second.
Okay, I guess we can
And it's 2:35.
announce the
35.
Next-
Okay, sure.
next meeting.
Announcement.
Next meeting?
So, let's just get out of the meeting formally. We have a motion to adjourn. We have a second. All in favor, say aye.
But we're not going to announce our next meeting? We usually do.
We'll do that now, but she's got to leave. I wanted to have a,
21st, September 21st
September
is the next.
21st is the third weekend.
Yes.
That's third Thursday.
Let's do
September
that.
21st?
I hope you have a quorum because I'm going to be
Okay, guys, I'm
gone.
sorry, but
Okay.
okay, we're
2
good.
hours.
Not in the next.
We're good, thanks.
Okay, just before you guys go, I was talking